Hey guys. Okay, let me get the chat started. Okay, let me see. Let me get Instagram going here. Okay, Instagram. Here we go. Boom and live. Okay, there we go. Here we go. So I'm trying a slightly different shot on my camera, and there are a couple of little things that I'm working on in terms of technical thing, but trying to do a little different shot so that when and if I play the guitar, you can see the guitar. Let's see if that was the idea that you could see it, right? Somewhat. Okay. It's a work in progress, but you get the idea. So that's kind of in the works right now. Let's see if I go this way. So in order to do that, I have to show more of my torso and less of the background. So, and the lights are pretty bright right now. Not much I can do about it at this point. Instagram too. I'm sorry about the lighting situation on Instagram, but and I'm sorry to Hadassah Ariel that I've been no sound. You guys didn't tell me. No sound, huh? You're so polite. Okay, now we're connected. Now you can. Now I can hear me and you and cuckoo choo. Yeah. So I thanks Nick. I'm trying, man. There are a lot of pieces to this puzzle that I'm constantly battling with. I mean, I do not sit around all day eating bonbons. Although I did binge out on Gila's chocolate the other night because hey Trina, thanks. Because she gave me this chocolate for Purim, and it was just like, I'm not really a guy with a sweet tooth, man. I mean, I brag about that. I never have sugar, but man, these chocolates were just so good that I was just, I was helpless. You know how I am. Once I give in a little bit, man, it's like, so it's a feeding frenzy. So I went through a feeding frenzy on the chocolates. Anyway, so you have sound. Okay, good. Hey, Gary. So, okay, so I know I'm apologizing to Adasa Ariel that I didn't get to any more, that I really have been like shying away from Intel lately. That's because, at least in my mind, I've been trying to figure out this Israeli situation. And I got some input from some of my friends that really helped me. I talked it out with my friend Gila, and I thought it was obvious what I was saying, but she made me understand that it was not so obvious what I was saying. So I'm going to repeat it again. My idea about liberals, and this is, I don't want to get in trouble with the tubers, with the YouTube, with with the Y tube. But I want to kind of make a kind of an idea, a kind of a theoretical framework. But I also communicate with a friend of mine from shul. He's like really kind of like the only person in Crown Heights I'm really in communication with. I don't think he listens to these broadcasts. I think he's a busy guy, and he works on. He's a full time doctor and works on with the ambulance guys. So he's a pretty busy dude. Plus, he has a family and all that good stuff. But a very nice guy. But we were just, he said, "Yeah, I haven't heard from you in a little while," and I said, "Yeah, I've been focused on Israel. I'm trying, I have not been reading a lot or putting off because the more intel you get, sometimes the more confused you can become." Because the intel doesn't always lead to information. It can lead to more confusion. But the final analysis, and I know I've been bending your ear for the last couple days on this one, and I apologize that I had to like kind of like put this theory to Hippie Hill, man. Yeah, yeah. Um, News about Israel is disturbing. Yeah, no, Haley, no, it's good news. No, Haley, not disturbing at all. It's really good news. Why is it good news? Because they were saving Israel for last. That means the white hats are working on Israel. Israel has a very pervasive deep state, very pervasive. Probably, as my friend that I'm communicating with from Shul says, worse than the United States. And he said, and he watches Israeli politics much more closely than I do. He's a hawk. He's a bit of a hawk in that respect that he's got eyes on. So he said that the Israeli deep state is worse than the United States deep state. I agreed. What was it that he said? He said that what's going on in Israel reminds him of what happened here in the US 3 years ago. That's a huge point. Dr. Z man, it's not Zelenko, obviously, but the Dr. Z, I compliment you on that observation. What does he mean by that? He means just like they came out in Oregon, right? They came out on the street, all the libs, and made a big mess. Same thing is going on in Israel. In other words, they are creating a sting operation. The big sting is in effect. Hey guys, over in Instagram land, I'm going to start sending you guys some stories. I'm working with a friend to figure out how to do this story thing on Instagram. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it because it's like 60 seconds. So okay, so they're dealing with Israel right now. Israel has a very serious deep state. Israel was created, literally created was America created by the deep state? I don't, I'm not sure I'm willing to go there. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say so. I don't think so. The dudes are always around, but Israel was created by the deep state for the deep state's purpose. And part of the deep state's purpose, the major point of the deep state, according to some sources, is to ferment. I think that means, to encourage encourage disagreement in the Middle East, encourage difficulties and conflict in the Middle East. What does this mean? This means that if you're on the ground, if you're reading the newspapers from the mainstream media, which is also in Israel, you would come to the conclusion that these Arabs, man, bad news. They come and kill babies. They come and kill innocent women and children. But if you understand things from the eyes of, like we do, as people who've been watching this whole cleanup operation unfold, we understand that that's just the deep state. That's the bad boys trying to keep conflict alive. What do? They starve off the they starve off the people of that they want to do the shooting, and then they offer them outrageous sums of money for their family. Go blow yourself up. We'll support your family for the rest of eternity, man. They'll be driving around in Mercedes, and this is how they corrupt the news. And then they go and they bomb some empty buildings and they make a big stink about, but really the deep state is on both sides of this conflict. This is how they like to operate. They are both the Arabs and the Israelis. They're in the Israeli army that goes and let's go bomb some empty buildings for revenge. Like, and the Israelis are going, yeah, they got, we got our revenge. I mean, this is how they keep this ridiculous conflict going. If you step back before World War II, you'll note. I mean, I had a guy at a bodega up the street from me, from Yemen. He says there's no problems with Jews and Islamic people. There's no problems. We never had problems. He says my neighbors for years were Jewish. We never had any problems. This is all recent deep state incitement against the good people of the planet, because a regular person, a human being does not do this stuff. It's only when they're backed into a corner, when they're hungry, when they're frightened, right? That's how the deep state operates. That's why I say stay out of the fear space, man. That's when they harvest this loosh, this, our fears. So the deep state does this. Now, I know I've been gnashing through these same political frameworks for the last couple of shows, if you can call them shows. And so there's the deep state. I'm not sure. I had this neatly characterized. Okay, so forget that. Forget that thought. What is going on in Israel today? What is going on right now? Right now, the same thing that happened in Portland, in Oregon. Was it Portland? Portland, Oregon, I believe. Was it Portland? No. It was, so what was it, Tuesday? Hey, Gila, we lost some days. Oh, Zvol. Uh-huh. So, um, no, it's good to buy that stuff, man. It's great for your health. Why would you be upset? I also buy a lot of that stuff. It's great. My bank account is, I'm in the negative right now, and I'm just like, I don't really care that much about the banks, but okay. So let me just that's a great thing. I think it's a great product. It's organic. How much organic food can I get a hold of? I try to buy everything organic. Is it really organic? That I don't know. Right. Exactly right, Donna. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's the point. They lifted it and they had no problems. Why did the problems begin? Because the deep state gets in on both sides. They say, okay, there's some babies over there. Why don't you go attack them and we'll feed your family for the rest of eternity, man? I mean, a nice out. Uh, uh, I know Islamic people. I worked with my guy. He was my best friend for the last 2 years, man. We made all these videos together. He's like as honest as the day is long. I mean, he's just like he would. He was once an opportunity to really rip me off. He says I can't do that. He says I go to he pray. I can't go to the mosque if I do something wrong. These are not evil people. These are loving, regular humans. So anyway, we're talking about the liberation of humanity here. There's the deep state. There's a kind of an in-between Erev Rav, which is like the mixed multitude, and there is humanity, a new species, new DNA, new light from the sun, new healing methods, new Purium, new life waves, new ASEA, a reset of your DNA, man. Reset. I got these patches all over my friggin' body, man. I got patches everywhere. That's where I spend my money. I spend my money, yes, I do, on Purium. I have a nice shake. I have all kinds of like little bells and whistles that go with it. I drink a lot of this stuff, man, to keep my body going. I also slather this stuff all over my skin twice a day and my head. I don't know. My hair is like, I think I need a haircut. But okay, so in Israel, I'm just talking about humanity. Humanity is resetting their DNA. They are completing the task that started, as far as we know, it probably started a long, long time ago, but it basically started 3,000 years ago. Was it 3,000 years ago? No, like, yeah, like 6,000 years ago in the Garden of Eden, where the reptiles messed with our mother Eve. Okay, they got in. They tricked her. So in Israel now, like in Oregon, I think it was Portland. Was it Portland? Yeah. In Oregon, right. And for human beings, real human beings who are in their comfort zone, and they're not being, you know, they're not being scared or being taught that these guys are your enemies and they're going to kill all your babies and your innocent people. I mean, this kind of nonsense. And then the other side is going like, well, they're going to come and blow up our buildings again. I mean, it's just like perpetual conflict. That's what the deep state loves. No resolution, perpetual conflict. Then the humans wouldn't notice the fact that they're dealing with reptilian, the reptile inside of them. And all they have to do, I mean, humanity is on the highest level, the galactics, right? Third group. Okay, so there's the deep state, the demons. There's the galactics, and there's humanity. We, according to my buddy Gila, are on a higher level than the galactics because we are connected to source. We are atmos. We have a part of God in our souls that they don't have. Okay, so three groups, right? We got the demons, galactics, humanity. We, at the end of the day, when this is all over, we are going to meet our galactic cousins, and we're not going to bow down to them. We're going to thank them. We're going to look them in the eye. I don't know. Some of them, the Pleiadians, are probably really tall, so I'll have to stand on a chair to look them in the eye. But we'll look them in the eye and say, "Thank you, man. You saved us and saved themselves." They cornered these demons on the earth. They're underground, and then they have been fighting them, from what I understand, and they've been taking them out. They're in decline. They're off planet. They're going away. So again, I'm kind of going through two narratives at once. I'm talking about the general picture. You got the demons, the galactics, and humanity. Humanity is about to be liberated completely. And Israel is the last piece in the puzzle. Okay? Once we are liberated, we will create a planet here that is going to be unbelievable. A paradise beyond paradise. We're going to make the Garden of Eden look like, a village in Queens. It's like, forget about it, man. We're gonna have houses. We're gonna have houses that look beautiful, that make sense, that blend in with the environment, trees and organic food, and delicious food, and vehicles that don't pollute, and free energy, free Tesla energy, and health. We're going to live for long, fruitful lives. Maybe I'll live long enough to have another wife. I don't know. I don't know if I can really do it with four. It's like, I just don't think I'm ready for it, man. I just think it's like three's enough. But anyway, that's an aside. So what's going on in Israel? The libs are doing the same thing they did in Oregon. I think it was Portland. I'm not sure. It's not that human nature is going to change for the better. It's not going to change. It's going to be, we're going to get to be who we really are. It's going to, we already are there. We just, Barbara Eden was a good looker. Yeah. I kind of liked her too, man. I like the way she dressed. You're talking about, I mean, come on. Back in the day, man, that was pretty heady stuff. My garden needs to, yeah, hurry and grow, right? Oh, that's beautiful, Tanya, man. We should get together, guy, because I'm like crush bait too, man. Yeah, that's it, man. Girls like guys and guys like girls. I mean, okay, there could be some mixed up people, not mixed up, people that have other preferences, but like, I don't know if, it keeps the world going. It's a good thing. It's not something to be embarrassed about. It's not something to be No, I'm not even gonna. No, I'm not even talking to you. And I renamed you. It's not. You're not God. You are the demon of doubt, and I'm not dealing with you right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I got stuff to do. I have a life. Okay, I don't have time for doubt. He's always trying to get in on me. But okay, so here's the thing: who is protesting in Israel? It's the lefties. What are they protesting? We don't want to get rid of the illegal, I mean, not illegal, the non democratic Supreme Court that decides everything, for the non elected people that decide everything. Why don't the liberals want to give up on something that is so bad for the people? So bad. It eliminates free choice. Why would they want to be like this? This is my theory. They don't want the Supreme Court leaving, because when the Supreme Court is in power, everything is their way. It's the way of the liberals. So just like the little teenage boy in Nablus could be convinced, probably drug him up and everything else, that it's a good idea to go blow yourself up and take out some Israelis. The libs are terrified that if there was a real democratic society in Israel, just like the libs are terrified here, they're going to lose their elite status. Right now, they get to go to the best colleges. They get to have the best financial advisors. I mean, that's kind of a joke these days, but they get to they get to join the beach clubs, the country clubs. They get to have the fancy cars, man. They get to have the big houses. Even the ones that don't get that, they get to be involved. They're people of privilege. They don't want to lose that. So they're protesting in mass, violent protest, not because they have some great high moral ground, and because there is no high moral ground. The Supreme Court goes against the people. It goes against the will of the people. So there's no high moral ground. There's no high moral ground here for the libs either, because the majority of the people here want a normal life. So what's in it for the libs? As long as the status quo, as long as the deep state is in control, their kids go to the best colleges. Like I said, they got the Mercedes, they got the stuff, man. They're good. They got the good life. Why would they want to give it up? I for the longest time I couldn't figure out, why do people in Scarsdale, why are they all liberals? And especially after the fact. Like I said, I graduated high school in 1973. I was a fringe lunatic hippie dude, musician type. Actually, I kind of straightened up. The music sort of straightened me up a little bit. But I was always going to protests. I was always, whatever. And the people, the real elites, were studying so they all went to good colleges. I did not. I dropped out right away. I did go to like a fairly good college, but I dropped out right because I was confused, because I was constantly being like, I was like a tennis ball between two worlds. And I've been that way. And all of you have probably been that way all your life. You've been, like you're trying to do the right thing. You're paying your taxes. You're trying to pay off your credit card bills. You're trying to do the right thing. At the same time, you want to go like this, right? Deep state, fair. Um, so the libs are like, they don't want to lose control of being the elites. They don't want to lose the stock benefits. They don't want to lose, but so it seems completely illogical to anyone with half a brain. Why would the libs be protesting against an organization that goes against the people? And the only conclusion I can come to is that the libs are no different from the teenage boy in Nablus who's hungry and is convinced that if he goes to do something terrible to Israelis who blow up buildings around him and have killed, maybe his uncle and his, whatever, that he's going to go and get to hang out with 70 hot looking babes, man. Virgins. I mean, I personally, I don't know. I've never, I've never coveted a virgin. I don't, I would rather have a woman, close, whatever. I mean, now, a virgin, there's a joke that says, they read it wrong. It's not really 70 virgins. It's a 70-year-old virgin. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. It just came out. So these people, they're not taking the high moral ground. The people in Portland or wherever it was in Oregon, they were not taking the high moral ground. They were just saying, we don't want to lose our elite status. And it could be elite status to live in the street. I mean, it could be, I don't know. But I think this is what makes sense to me. Now, we know that the deep state created Israel to keep conflict alive in the Middle East. And they're doing a very good job of it through the years. But that time is now coming to an end. And this is the beginning of the end for the deep state globally. Because even though they saved Israel for last, and they did horrific things to the people of Eretz Israel, we're coming to the end of this. Now, the end, I know everybody wants the EBS tomorrow, but let them do what they want. Ellie, who cares anymore? You're saying, I'm not sure what you're saying, Karen. Keeping it real, right, man? Yeah, I mean, let them do what they want. Who cares? No, because we do care. Because at the end of all this, where we go one, we go all. And when this is all done, I'm going to go to Abdul, man, give him a big hug. I'm out of the neighborhood now. I'm in a different neighborhood, so I don't see Abdul every day. He doesn't get to call me as, hey, cuz, man. He goes, hey, cuz, what's up, man? I say, Abdul, man, it's going to be good. The world is shaking, but it's at the end of the day, he's going, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Abdul's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I hope you're right. He just, poor Abdul is just like, he's like a kvetchy old Jewish guy. I mean, they're the same, almost the same kind of people, but whatever. Anyway, thank you for yeah. That okay. So yeah, because this is a big deal because nobody really understands. And Cheryl, you are not alone in not understanding. But that's what this protest is about. So it's not a righteous protest. It's not people demanding democracy, demanding fair elections, demanding medicine that actually cures you or education that makes you smart. It's a bunch of people saying we got, we don't want to lose our elite status. We go to the best colleges, man. We got the goods, we got the cars. A lot of people don't have cars in Israel, and a lot of people do. I've never been to Israel, but I know listen, it's a juiced up place, man. They're on a high level. People tell me you can feel the kedusha, you can feel the holiness in the streets, and I don't doubt it for 1 second. And I know that if I go there, I will not want to come back. I know that. That's why I don't go there. That's why I've never been there. But I mean, one reason. I can say that, but that's easy to say. Anyway, so that is basically what's going on in my view in Israel. And I will touch on some intel because I personally have not been interested in the intel lately, and I know there are people who are, but you're still the very best. Yeah, it's fast. Yeah, it's intense. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm looking younger. Yeah, that's because I smear this stuff in my face all the time, man. This stuff rocks. Get with the program, guys. Come on, man. This is good stuff. But I smear it on my face. I smear it on my beard. My beard is coming back. I'm getting like brown on my beard. And someday, some like young woman, like for me, a young woman is like 50, is gonna just go like, wow, Ellie, I've been looking for a guy like you for a long time, and we're gonna like say, yeah, you're pretty cute yourself, man. I like a girl with a few little wrinkles. I'm not looking for, I'm not looking for a babysitting job, man. I'm not. The galactic beings are going to be strange looking. We have to use them. Yeah, yeah, probably right. Thanks, Naomi. Uh, Intel. You're only interested in Intel. Yeah, I missed something. Somebody's only interested in Intel. I'm only interested in Intel if it would show us we're moving forward. Right. Okay. So the Intel will show us that we're moving forward. But I wanted to understand that framework because honestly, a few days ago, I did not understand what was going on in Israel, and our interpretation may change, but this is deep state central. Now, my friend Dr. Z he says the deep state is much worse in Israel. Now, I've never been there, but I assume it is because everybody got this thing. Well, the libs did anyway. Don't even start with me on that one, man. I'm not going there. There are cures. Okay, so they can do something about it. They can, you know, we got stuff for if you got the ouchie from Dr. Fauci, man, we got stuff to deal with it. Okay, I am I'm just like I'm just like digging this, man. I'm just like I don't know. I love all this. This is just amazing. Hands are important. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just relax. All right. Come on. Back up. Back up. I'm not even talking to you. The demon of doubt, man. He's always got to have the last word. Well, really? I think that was a really stupid thing you said. You didn't have to say that, did you? Why did you open your mouth in the first place? I mean, oh my God, you've been like dominating my headspace for so many years, and now you're coming back. Now you're out, man. You're done. I'm not interested anymore. You can't fool me. Anyway, so yeah, hands. Donnie, you fine, whatever you choose to be. Elias chasing dirty hippie chicks at his age. Yeah, man. Dirty hippie chicks. I had a friend. I do have a hippie chick friend who I talk to on the phone. We're just. I mean, you know, she's. We're talking Alaska, man. That's a few miles away. It's not like I'm going to get on my bike and like I'll be over in 15 minutes. It's like, to ride my bike to Alaska would be a pretty much of a uphill climb. But yeah. Anyway, so right. So listen, I don't. I really, honestly, you may think that that I'm trying to like womanize, but the truth of the matter is, I really literally do not have time at this point in my life, and that's why I moved out of my house, man. I mean, I was like, it wasn't happening, and I was like, I got stuff to do, man. I can't wait for you to wash the dishes all the time till I go live and wait the cleaning ladies in the house, so I can't broadcast. I want, this is a 24/7 kind of operation here. I get a few hours sleep and I get up and I do it again. I take a little time. I do some exercises. I pump some iron so I can be so I can be, you know, ready if the opportunity does come along. I want to be ready. I don't want to be like oh, can you pass the potatoes, man? I'm really hungry. I want to be I want to be able to like. I've been on a mission for a long time. For this is over 20 years, man. I've been on this mission, really all my whole life. But anyway, okay, so that's Israeli politics. Um, okay, I'm losing this. Yeah, good company got me distracted, man. I was like, ugh, sexists are cool too. Yeah, there's a tape out there. Many are, yes, yeah. I know good company. It's true, man. There's a lot of bad stuff going on, and that's what we're coming to an end of. Yeah, I hated wearing bell bottoms. Yeah, I like hippie chicks too. Okay, I won't deny it. But listen, man. I mean, I'm a three-time loser already, three and a half time loser because I did buy a house with a woman that I didn't actually marry. So I'm a three and a half time loser, and why rush it, man? I'm like, ani medavar quat every, yeah, yep. Uh huh. Only, yeah. You don't understand. Okay, ladybug. Yeah. So long as you're not starving. It's always good if you can buckle your belt without struggling. Right, exactly right, Gary. My father had a pouch. He had a belly, and I just swore to myself, I'm not going to my old age like that. I'm not doing it. Hippie chicks are elderly. Yeah, yeah, man. The best is coming. God will bless us all. Yeah, it's going to be good. You speak. I said I speak a little Hebrew. Abyssal Abrit. That's Yiddish. The bell bottoms, yeah. Okay, so let's. I don't know if Hadassah Ariel has given up on me already, but let's forge ahead into the intel. But I do eventually want to get married. Running a house alone is difficult. Yes, that is true. That is really true, and that's coming from a woman. Yeah, it is hard to run a house by myself. I mean, I find that also. I have to, cook, wash the dishes, theoretically scrub the floors, and all that good stuff. I don't want someone's husband or boyfriend. Look for a widow, yeah. Okay, listen, we all have our stuff. If you're too fragile, tobacco patches force the venom from the. Wow. If you're not too fragile. Wow, that's amazing. A lot of bell bottoms, yeah. I'm burned out keeping the house burned out. Yeah, it's hard alone. It's hard alone. Um, but it's better. I feel it's better to be alone than in a situation that's not really productive. In the long run. Elephant Lake bell bottoms. Wow. It's theoretical scrubbing. Yes, I've been theoretically scrubbing my house for months now. I haven't actually. Gil gave me like a really nice mop thing, but anyway. Okay, so let's try some intel. Okay, so I'm gonna move this thing up. You guys good on Instagram? Everybody happy over there? We got. I don't know. We have 4 people over there. Is that possible? Or is that 4 likes? I don't know. 4 waves? Maybe we have 4 people. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I actually have more subscribers on Instagram than I do on YouTube right now because of, they took me down. You lost the mop. Yeah. Yeah, I was a superintendent for at least 5 years. I'm good with a mop, and used to work backstage. I'm happy alone too, man. I mean, I'm with you, Lonnie. You don't do Instagram? I like my straight legs now. Yeah. There are thousands of women who come and have coffee with you. Yeah, I know, man. It's unbelievable. It's just the coffee is good. It's the Just relax. All right, come on, man. Just relax. You don't. No, you don't have to. No, 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 no. He's always in there. He's always ready to jump in. Demon of doubt, just like, okay, man, I'm jumping in. Nah, no, 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 no. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Let's. You're a chick magnet. Yeah. Listen, listen. I have a very small bed here. You know, I'm not one of those. I'm not a person who spends a lot of time. I mean, maybe if the right person was here, I would spend more time in bed. But at this point in my life, it's like, you lay down for a couple hours and you get up, right? I don't even need the demon of doubt to tell me to get up. All right. Anyway, did anything happen today? Let's find out. Let's go find out. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's go to Telegram. Put the Telegram on here. We're going to find out. Now I'm going to be looking down the whole time. Now, I want to go over this one post. This is an old post. All right. Should we read it? Okay. Let me just read this quickly. This is a post that we read a while ago, but this is a very interesting post. Trader Joe's juice for $7. Go, Shirley. Yeah, man. Hate skinny jeans. They look stupid. Yeah. We're talking in class. When I came back to, I started teaching in my 40s. I came to public school when I was in my 40s, and I was like, I expected people to be like they were. I was teaching like seventh grade. I expected they were going to be like in 1960 seventh grade. I don't know, like let's say 1967. 1967. I figured they were going to be like that. They're going to be, teacher comes in the room, they get ready. It was like, I did not know what classrooms were like. I was in New York City. I was in Park Slope. Anyway, those stories have not really surfaced yet because those libs, man, they were libs there. My peeps, because I'm a recovering liberal. Guru's coffee is really good. Yeah, I got spiritual bean coffee, man. I've been drinking freight train for weeks. I just started with Skywalker. I just started broke into my Skywalker bag, so that's stay on track. Okay, Hadass Aeroswell. Okay, so how do we publicly put Soros, Georgie, inside the kill box? Okay, so his funding weaponizing the office against Mr. T. A few months ago, I stated that Georgie Boy was coming directly into the box, okay, the KILL box. Now, the past 3 months, senators, governors, and officials have been publicly coming after Georgie Boy. Now, with the arrest of Mr. T looming and public exposure of his boy, Alvin Bragg, is coming into public light. The the DS operation to arrest Mr. T were also greenlit operations by the alliance. The good guys wanted this to happen. Why? Game theory operation. That would lead to George and the EU elite people. The plan was designed to bring down George and uh, the fourth REICH, with those people, operations. The backfire of the arrest, planned deep state operation of T, will lead to treason, acts of war from foreign interference. There is a longer game plan in the process here, Patriots. Now you know why I said watch George. You're watching a well placed plan unfold. All will come into focus for anyone to think Mr. T is not in control is kidding themselves. Also, he's 100% insulated with zero risk. Okay, he's safe. The real Mr. T is safe. Anyone in the yeah, I encourage people to meet each other locally. That was a big hope of mine in the channel, in part of the one of the Telegram channels. I was hoping you guys would meet each other. My daughter's 17. Okay, so let's go to now. I'm going to go to. I'm really doing some intel, Hadassah Ariel. You'll be proud of me. We're going to Whippy. Whippy has been, he's been kind of like back and forth. But another big thing we discovered today, Gila and I put together some pieces of the puzzle, very big pieces of the puzzle, that Mr. T does not make distinctions of Christianity, Judaism, Islam, that he stays out of it. It's only the Patriots' version of what he's saying that where they change it a bit. Okay, so that came out from some investigative work from Gila. She really did some very serious thanks at Hadass Ariel. The love is mutual. I'm sorry I bark on you sometimes. I get I get carried away in the moment. But at the end of the day, we love each other. Was he arrested? I think he's been in. I mean, the real Georgie, I'm sure, went to Gitmo a long time ago. But they're just talking about like his, his public, knowledge of him in public. Meaning, what the people think is happening to him. Yeah, that dog ate my homework. That's a good one, right? Okay, so yeah, okay, so let me get to this intel. Doge token is tied to Mr. Musk. Cosmic puzzle, we started there. Okay, update, sequence, and events and cashback. BlackRock officially launched on Stellar. Guess that solves all the riddles. It's all coming. So, Stellar. I don't want to say it. I sold my Stellar today because I needed cash, and I'm having so much trouble. Coinbase is such a clunky platform. I mean, to try to transfer cash from Coinbase into my bank, you would think it would be like a no brainer, but it's just like they're so clunky, man. The deep state is so clunky. Anyway, BlackRock. So, but that's not Intel. That's investments. Great news from the Middle East. Syria and Saudi Arabia restored diplomatic relations after 12 years. This would not have been possible without the efforts made by Russia and Iran to stabilize the situation in Syria, as well as China's mediation efforts to normalize relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia, between the Sunnis and the Shia. All right, this is very long. Okay, Revelation 21.2, sequence drop, 17 post 1245, precursor Turkey, home of. You guys, Whip, you one track mind, man. Okay, Saudis to the couple. I'm not, I'm not doing this one. He's taken poetic license with Intel again. Hey, Whip, man, we're trying to help you out, man. We're trying to keep you honest, but what can I say? I don't have any personal against you. You're just misled, and you're misleading people with this. This is not coming from Mr. T, man. This is your own. You're putting your own spin on things. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go, and I know tyranny is probably a subset of this other thing. That's why I've been kind of like I find the intel just it's all right. Here we go. Circle back and COVID to be gone on 314. Internet kill, circumference of a circle, 314. Now, does that really excite? I mean, Hadass Ariel, is this really? USD left the building in 73, right? Intel is worth listening to. Not all. Yeah, okay, right. So let me see if I can find anything interesting. The Prime Minister of Belarus arrived on a visit from Moscow. The globalist versus the populist. That's Mr. JB and Split Screen, and Mr. T could be a preview of 2024. You think? You think JB is going to be running for office in 2024? They might do that. Jet lag kicking in. Michelle Obama looking less than impressed after a plush restaurant meal with Barack in Sydney as he continues his $250 a head speaking tour of Australia. The former First Lady and President were photographed outside the fine dining restaurant Bathurst Pavilion. You know, let's see, does it even look like them? She doesn't look so good, man. She does not look like, and he's, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know if that's worthwhile intel. Here's a picture of Obama with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, and they're both standing with umbrellas. I don't know. The White House push for woke foreign policy will backfire with our. It's one thing to dangle the rainbow flag outside our embassies in Kabul and the Holy See, but it's quite another to impose American social mores on traditional Christian or Islamic countries. Right? That's not going to go over so well. Here we go, just as I predicted. Now we're playing with the big stuff. The situation was caused by us. It's what happens when you have incompetent people running your government. All I can say right now is pray. That's from Mr. T. So there's going to be this, we're coming into the nuclear scare event. Secret societies, hidden truth. JFK did the opposite of life when he talked about secret societies, many that were on taxpayer salary jobs. Bohemian Grove, never been a big fan of Alex Jones for many reasons, but take a look at this from 2005. Bohemian Grove is not such a nice place, to put it mildly. Most of our politicians, actors, and worldwide elites attend. It's all about certain things that we don't even want to mention. There's no such thing as pretending to worship the Satan. The MSM likes to dismiss the truth as conspiracy theories. Well, it isn't a theory when we have celebrities coming out saying they've been invited to go to Bohemian Grove and flat out reject the invitation, like John Rich did. He knew, they all know. There is tons here on Tyranny about it all. Vids, etc. Search it out. Arm yourself with truth. It's time we combat the propaganda and tell these evil liars that it's a conspiracy fact. Bohemian Grove exists, it's real, and they do bad things to people. To live in a state of denial of facts and truth is also a form of mental illness. Okay. I won a federal lawsuit for almost $500,000 against Stormy. Now, never had to do an affair with her, never had an affair with her, and never would have wanted to. um, he called her a name, and that's what I'm laughing about. It starts with the word horse. This is the first step to becoming Bolivia. It's not a good movie. This is coming from Mr. T. Remember, the DOJ is running the local Manhattan DA's prosecution. They just don't want their footprints on it. They placed a top person in the office. It's reported that dozens of Israeli mayors and heads of regional councils will start a hunger strike beginning tomorrow. Why? Why? This is it, man. Why do they want to start a hunger strike? It's not for like some high moral ground. It's not to fight for democracy. It's to fight for the continued deep state rule so they can have it easy. Tesla electric trucks, go and get food that lasts, people. Things you can cook in your backyard, fire pit too. Biblical flood, 40 days, 6 weeks closure will be more than toilet paper coming off the shelves. Everything that is bad will not return to shelves. Here is a big key. 347. 3/31/2023, March 31st and April 1st. So they're saying March 31st and April 1st is the big day, and everything's going to get shut down. Now, does that Hadassah Ariel, does that ring your chimes, man? I mean, let me just look at the thing here. Ukraine wants to double tariffs for transporting oil through the Intel just bores me. I'm sorry. But yeah, okay. We are watching a movie. Click on the Bing link. Both have the same link. Past 7 days, nothing to see. How do they know Trump would be having a rally in Waco, Texas, back in 2019? Click on this and read. Okay, so let me just see this. Where is Donald Trump holding his first 2024 campaign rally? In Texas. Why? And this was written in March 25th. As he faces possible criminal indictment, former President Donald Trump resumes high-profile political rally Saturday in a unique place in the political world, Waco, Texas. While Trump is accused of possibly playing to extremists for scheduling the rally during the 30th anniversary of the deadly siege of the Branch Davidian religious sect in Waco, the ex-president had a variety of reasons for choosing a city and state that were important in many political ways. Waco is the heart of Trump County, Texas Division, a region of religious and anti-federal government conservatives very receptive to Trumpian politics. It's also about as centrally located as you get in Texas, about 200 miles of heavily Republican areas around Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. All right. Interesting, right? Oh, what's going to happen? Cancel. Okay. Refreshing decode. Yesterday, a bit of context. Please be advised the fake news articles and their contortions to twist the truth aren't important. What is important is this. Both posts 2306 and 2307 from March 26, 2019 contain Bing links to articles that have been posted over the last few days between March 25th and 26th of 2023. Interesting, there are several articles about Saturday's Waco, Texas thing. Here's the point. So on March 26, 2019, the White Hats knew there was going to be a Trump rally in Waco, Texas in March 2023 under JB. What does this tell you? It's not a coincidence. It proves that the White Hats are in complete control and that we are watching, as I've stated many times, a carefully scripted movie. Prove it to yourself. Go click the links. Any questions? Okay, so that's interesting. All right, how are we doing time-wise? Yeah, we're doing, let's see, this, we started 7:45. Okay, so let's see, we have 453 folks here. We have 6 on Instagram. I think 6. I don't know if that's 6 now or I don't know what that means. Instagram guys. If you guys are okay with it, you did so good. I did good, yeah. Okay, thank you, Hadassah Ariel. I try. I'm really trying. It's really like it seems kind of anticlimactic, but after decode, we're going down 3D operation, lowest intelligence level. Time to break out the fiddle. Yeah, that's what I think. So I wanted to do. I did a slight revamp of one of my tunes. That if you guys are game, I will try. The clock ends on 3:31. So we are 3:30. We are 2:37, right? We are 3:30 27. Let me just check. February, March. We are at March 27th, which is the 5th of Nisan. Yeah, 5th of Nisan. Okay. Yeah, we're in the month of liberation. I changed some lyrics on one of these tunes, and I'm going to attempt it. I'm getting more and more interested in playing music. I really actually practiced today a little bit, and that is new for me. And it shows you that we might be doing, I don't know. So the goal of today's thing was to get the guitar so that you could see it, but you still can't see it, right? Maybe if I go up a little bit. Now you can just see a bit of it. Still not. You could see it on the monitor on the camera. Maybe you can see more than I'm looking at. Yeah, sure, with the protests in Israel. Yeah. Maybe can I get rid of this? Let me just see what happens if no, that's not it. All right, you can see some of the guitar anyway. It's better than nothing, right? Where have all the flowers gone? Yeah, man. So I've revamped this slightly. Again, I believe in terms of where we are, in terms of the intel from Torah, that we are in the plague of the firstborn. We are coming into, in a matter of 10 days, less, 9 days, we will be entering into the spirit of Pesach, of Passover, which commemorates the leaving from Egypt. And I think it's on the 7th or 8th day of Passover. It's the night of the 7th day of Passover commemorates the splitting of the sea. So the sea, let me just go to that. The sea is set to split on April 12th. Okay, so expect to see the sea split on April 12th. You can see my guitar. You can see it on Instagram. Yeah, what if they gave a war and nobody came? Well, that's basically what's going to happen eventually. They'll be out of wars. I didn't plug in my guitar. I thought something was amiss. Let's see what we can do here. And if the camera goes blank, I think it just does that periodically. I don't think that means it's overheated. I think that means that it needs to be like rebooted. Because I noticed it did that before and I was able to retrieve it. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a signal. The 5th of November, dust by my side, past dry gully through the ring of fire. Wait, I'm not happy with that D chord. Ugh. Yeah, that'll work. The 5th of November, dust by my side, past dry gully through the ring of fire. I could see for miles, left the eagle behind. Purple, green, cold metal grind. The winds of Jericho. The winds of Jericho. Faceless maiden called out to me, left a silver slipper and a cup of hot tea. She said, never ride in the open to a prophet's grave. Better to fill your basket with sky and wave. The winds of Jericho. The winds of Jericho. Wake up time, my sleeping ones. Open your eyes to the rising morn. Climb to her window, but don't touch her bed. The promised land is straight ahead. Promised land is straight ahead. The promised land is straight ahead. In the winds of Jericho, the winds of Jericho. So my theory is that we are leaving Mitzrayim, we are leaving Egypt, we are leaving the Matrix on around Passover. Now they're telling me, they're saying in the intel that this could happen in a couple of days. The first, which is Saturday, 31st is Friday, and Saturday could be Fryday. I'm not going to get all juiced up because these are all interpretations of interpretations. The information that we get from number 17 is galactic. It's coming from a galactic force. The interpretation of this stuff comes from patriots, comes from like people like SG Anon. I'm not knocking them. I love SG Anon, but some of these guys have a little bit of an agenda, and Mr. T does not. That's what Gil and I put together some very interesting information today, that Mr. T, according to Jason Q, Mr. T has only once said, I made a reference to Christianity, but some of the interpreters like, I guess, Lynn Wood and Whiplash 347, Tyranny, that woman that came out recently, Kathleen, I think her name is. A lot of them, they're Christians, and there's nothing wrong with Christianity. It's just, is that their interpretation, or is that really the pure information coming from the galactics? And that's something that each of us has to decide on their own. So let's move forward. It's late. I hope a lot of people already, like about 100 people left already. So let's do our favorite blues tune. Kitchen shelves are fully stocked. I got bottled water under my cot. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. Old Dr. Fauci got that ouchie. And Ghislaine and Jeffrey, they were no slouchies. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. Waiting for the 10 days of darkness. We're waiting for the first arrest. Can somebody tell me why that general is wearing a dress? Day after day, night after night, there's not a single black swan in sight. Oh Lord, I got the EBS blues. EBS blues, I got feel them in my shoes, man. Waiting for something to fall down and happen. Oh Lord, we got the EBS blues. All right. Lizzie's in the garden, messed with our Mother Eve. We crossed the splitting sea, but we were never free. This is the great awakening. Welcome to the great awakening. Twin towers, stacks of gold, all the lives that they stole. The little ones disappeared and we run to work in fear. This is the great awakening. This is the great awakening. Welcome to the great awakening. All along the countryside, people sat and cried. How much longer can it be? The great awakening. The great awakening. The great awakening. The great awakening. I went down to the ocean. Had myself a look around. I never thought I'd find that kind of peace of mind. This is the great awakening. This is the great awakening. Welcome to the great awakening. Well, yeah. So I succeeded. I did what I set out to do, which is you can kind of see the guitar, right? You can kind of see the guitar. So that's huge, man. So I have to remember what I did. I put the camera up higher and I pointed it down farther. Yeah. Thanks for waiting to the end. I surrender in the courtyard. I surrender on the street. I surrender my ambition. I surrender to the thief. Sweet surrender. Sweet, sweet surrender. And I surrender to our new love on any road it takes. The garden is so beautiful, the apples taste so sweet. Sweet surrender. Sweet surrender. We all need to come together round the language of the heart. We all need to come together round the language of the heart. It's as easy as fishing, don't you know you're a magician? We all need to come together. We all need to come together. We all need to come together around the language of the heart. Love is a river, fear is a stone that I skip across the water on my gentle journey home. Sweet journey home. Sweet journey home. We all need to come together. We all need to come together. We all need to come together round the language of the heart. It's as easy as fishing, don't you know you're a magician? We all need to come together round the language of the heart. I'm getting my calluses back. That makes me really happy. Really, really happy. Because, like, when I first started playing this time around, I mean, I've been playing off and on for a couple of years, a lot more off than on. I've mostly haven't played in the last 40 years. But, now I'm getting calluses, and that makes me really happy. That I mean, it's really it's just such an honor and a delight to be able to pick up my guitar and have somebody actually listen to me. It's very touching, so I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a while. So anyway, yeah. So thanks for letting me sing and try to hash it out with the intel. And we made it without the camera. I don't want to say anything, but the camera so far is behaving itself. I tried to be gentle with it today. I didn't tax it out. I was going to make an extra movie, but I decided not to, about this Israeli, what's going on in Israel. And what's going on in Israel is that the left is doing their death dance. The left has no claim on justice. They're not interested. They just want to do what's good for them, and it's an ego based thing, and it's not a rational thing. I don't think they really make decision. They really understand. They really understand what they're doing. Doesn't seem like it. If they understood what they're doing, they wouldn't be doing it. It's just a reflex. It's just a survival reflex, and they feel like if they don't do this, then they're going to lose it, and they'll be like us, right? They'll have to like deal with the demon of doubt, and we'll have to examine reality. But I think eventually they'll hopefully come around to some degree. I think there will be some that'll lost forever. Anyway, thanks so much for everybody. Don't forget our sponsors, man. Call Jay if you're interested. Check out, yeah, if you want your hair or your face fixed up a bit, man. This Renew is really good stuff. And apparently they came out with an even stronger version, which I'm going to try. I just ordered a tube, and of course the LifeWave patches. And remember, both of these are resets, man. If you know somebody, we don't think twice about paying thousands of dollars worth of medical insurance, but people protest. They don't want to spend money on themselves, and I can understand that. But the whole model of waiting till you're sick and then going to a doctor who's going to cure you, he's basically going to like treat your symptoms. Why not go? Why not be get ahead of the story and go and really reset your body, reset your DNA. We're coming into the new age, and I think the DNA will be is being reset anyway. But it can't hurt to be on the right track. Anyway, thanks, guys, and yeah, I love you too, Bev. It's been real, man. I mean, thank you for listening to me. It really means a lot to me. I'm thinking to myself, man, when have I ever had 268 people listening to me sing? It's just, it's amazing. Like I used to sing in bars in Nashville, and maybe you get 30 people, 40 people, When I was younger, I used to play the square dances in Murfreesboro. Anybody who's from Tennessee knows. I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be a square dance barn on I don't know. I can't even remember the name of the road, but something Pike, I think. And I played banjo in the square dance band, the Williamson family band. I don't know if that's still in existence. I wonder if Graham's. I don't know where Graham would be holding right now, but I sure did love his daughter, man, Marilyn. She was phew, amazing, and she kept me in the band. That's for sure. Anyway, yeah, Williamson family band. I used to play square dances every Saturday night, and we would party. We would party in the cars in between sets. Those people really know how to party. I mean, that was a great time. So the army has stood down and will not rise against the Israeli people. That's interesting. That's interesting. Thank you, Valerie. I have a nice I have a nice you know drum in the house. WWVA. That's that country song, country station. Well, yeah. All right, guys. Anyway, it's been real. It's really a pleasure, and we're coming into. I just want to warn everyone in advance. We're coming into Pesach, Passover, and I will be taking multiple days off. I think there are like 5 days I'll be taking off for Passover. So um, you can still listen to old recordings. Hey, Jill, you have a drum set too? Jill plays like everything. Um, yeah, so let's we'll check in again tomorrow morning, and tomorrow is Dr. Stacy Day, 2:30. I think there was. Oh, is there something else tomorrow? Let me just make sure. Monday at 6. No, but Wednesday I'm doing a couple extra shows. We're going to have Shira back on Wednesday, 6 p.m., and Dr. David is going to come at 9 a.m. with my friend Jay. You know, if you're interested in the business aspect, man, Jay is a dynamite partner, man. He really rocks. So you can give him a call and work with him directly. It's a pretty impressive opportunity. Anyway, yeah, 5 days. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wish we had a stand-in, but I don't know if that's really kosher to have a stand-in though. But that's not till next month. It starts on the 5th of April and goes to the Well, it starts on the 5th of April. I'll probably do a morning broadcast on the 5th of April. I may even do an afternoon broadcast. I don't know. But the 6th, 7th, and 8th, I will definitely not be broadcasting. The 9th, 10th, and 11th, I will be broadcasting. And the 12th and 13th, I will not be broadcasting. So the main days are the 6th, 7th, 8th, 12th, and 13th of April, I will not be broadcasting, but the rest of the time. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 days, and I might even do Saturday night on that week. So yeah, because it's hard for me to do that as it is for you guys. It's 2 different days. Datia. Played the Carpenters with the Philharmonic. Interesting. Get a podcast going. Yeah, that's funny. Very funny, Timothy. Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you in the morning, and the camera's still working. That's pretty amazing. So, and I'm not forgetting Instagram this time. I'm not gonna start picking my nose. I always turn off the Restream platform, and then I just like relax, and then I remember that I'm still on Instagram, and I'm always afraid that I've been picking my nose for the last 20 minutes, and they're watching me like. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, and God bless, man. Sleep tight. We got this. Everything is working. Everything is working magnificently. Israel is just the last piece. So is it going to happen? I mean, according to the Patriots, some of these Patriots, it's going to happen on Friday. It could. I don't think so, man. I really think it's got to go out till November. I think they're really looking to wake people up. And now, if you see if Israel is also included, I don't know if they can clean up Israel by Friday. Do you think? I don't know. All right. So we'll see you soon, and God bless. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Have pleasant dreams. Sweet